First off, let me start by saying, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? As far as this video goes, I got 3 games in 1, technically. This was a full game, but my computer was froze. I didn't realize that it was frozen until I had like a minute and 20 seconds left in the game. So I restarted the computer and I just captured the last little bit of the game and play of the game highlights. That's just pretty much how I'm going to run it on this video today. Also, after I completed playing these 3 games, man, I forgot to save. I turned the fucking game off, and I thought it auto-saved, but it didn't. So I turned the game back on. I'm 3 games back, so I just said, fuck it. I went on ahead and simulated them. The results, quite different. You know, at one point, you know, I was leading the nation in scoring. Now I'm not. I was leading the nation in assists. Now I'm like 0.1 higher than Lonzo Ball. So it is what it is. I mean, it's just pretty much how it comes. That's how it goes, you know, with the videos. But as you can see, we beat the Clemson Tigers. Man, they fucking suck. Man, they like 1-6 or some shit on the season. And even after I re-simulated, we ended up beating them again. So it really didn't matter, you know, with that result. You know, it all came out the way I wanted it to be. So, yeah, I had a pretty good game, you know, play the game, all that whoop-de-whoop, yada-yada, you know, all that hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Got Brian Gumble, Greg Gumble, who the fuck, I don't know. Anyways, dog, that's it for the Clemson game, you know. Got the homie with the fro, you know what I'm saying? I dished it to him, he hit a 3. I swatted the ball right here, you know, he picked up the loose change and, you know, cashed in, man. It is what it is.
Hi everyone, I'm Greg Gumbel at the anchor desk with my partner Clark Kellogg. Coming up on College Hoops Tonight, we'll unveil the newest NCAA Top 25 poll, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. Let's get things started with a look at one of the most sought-after recruits in the country and where he'll be headed next year. The UCLA Bruins are all smiles this week, and they should be after landing one of the nation's top recruits.
Emmett is the type of player that coaches dream about. Everyone on that campus was buzzing about this signing.
He's something of a legend out west where he grew up.
He's going to be a very important player for this program, Greg. Not only was he a tremendous player in high school, but he was a tremendous winner as well, and he'll bring that mentality with him. When you find a player that has the ability to score and defend as well as he can, with a bulldog attitude to boot, you have a major building block.
Now, as promised, here's a first look at the new Top 25 poll. Purdue made the biggest move up the poll this week, jumping 10 spots to number 13.
I think they really deserve this promotion, Greg, and it hasn't happened by accident. They changed their offensive approach a few games ago, and that's really when things started clicking for them. They became much more proactive. They don't sit back and wait for opportunities to attack. They create those opportunities. It's made them a very dangerous team.
Now, let's turn our attention to some of the action of the past week in the NCAA with our Games of the Week. We had a pair of top 25 teams in an old-fashioned grudge match. Alabama was victorious over Georgetown.
Both of these teams played at a high level and put on quite a show. It was back and forth from start to finish and made for an exciting game. It makes you wish every game was between top 25 teams.
Ingram was the key player in the victory. His 5 points led the team.
The best way to earn a big-time rep for yourself is to step up when the game matters most. And that's exactly what this young man did. He'll be a household name soon if he keeps performing like this.
And 2 of the sport's traditional powerhouses squared off in a meeting of college basketball royalty. Kentucky outdid Indiana.
No matter where these 2 teams are in the standings, it's always newsworthy when historic programs face off. It's a chance to reflect on all the great stories of college basketball while anxiously awaiting what could be the next chapter.
Kentucky really muscled up down low and was able to convert a lot of easy chances close to the basket. Whether it was the big men or the guards, they made the most of their opportunities.
They were able to dominate the inside game with their physicality, and it really made things hard for the other team.
That's our show, everyone. For all of us here at the 2K Sports Studios, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week on College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer.
Now we move on to the game against Louisiana Monroe. I mean, this game was absolutely crazy. my matchup scored 39 points on me, and I dropped 40. You know what I'm saying? I hit a whole bunch of threes. I think he went 9 for 11 from threes. You know, it was a ridiculous game. As you can see from the score, man, it's like going down to the wire. And it was a pretty competitive game, you know. Like, I wasn't expecting this game to be difficult. I was expecting the Clemson game to be more difficult than this game. But, you know, this game is weird. I don't know. I mean, low-level teams, they come out and they can hit threes. I don't understand it. Like, they hit threes with the best of them. And, I mean, as a team, I think he made 9. And, like, 2 other dudes. One dude made 3. And I think one other guy made 2. So, here it is. You know, final seconds. I got the ball. Boom, left, right, cheese. You already know what time it is. Pull up. And that's it. Now, when I re-simulated the game, we ended up losing. So, the 3, even though it's on the video, it doesn't count. Because in my actual season, we took the L. Since I didn't fucking save like a dumbass. But you see the stats, man. I had to do all I could to win this fucking game, man. I was on 5 from 3. I couldn't be stopped. I couldn't stop him. So, you know, that's just the way the game goes. But the next rip, you know, next up, it's the big game, you know, North Carolina. I mean, they were ranked number 8. You know what I'm saying? So that was the game I was looking forward to playing the most. Because after that, you getting into tournament and conference play. And that's that.
Thank you, Greg.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner, Clark Kellogg. Coming up on College Hoops Tonight, we'll unveil our choices for the top 10 mid-major teams in the NCAA, as well as tell you our pick for the Player of the Week. But first, we'll start with a recap of all the great games from the past week of basketball. First up is a showdown between 2 of college hoops' most recognizable coaches, Miami.
This is one of those rare games where the fans come to the arena just as much to see the men on the side of the court as the players on it. I love watching these matchups just to see the subtle differences in how both of these great coaches operate during the game. Wright was the key player in the victory. His 8 points led all scorers.
The best way to earn a big-time rep for yourself is to step up when the game matters most. And that's exactly what this young man did. He'll be a household name soon if he keeps performing like this.
Although this next contest seemed predictable enough, one of the best teams in the country suffered a severe shock to the system. Ohio knocked off Kansas.
Yeah, Greg, nobody saw this coming. Kansas
We're jockeying for a #1 seed, but this might throw a wrench in those plans. It would be tough to call them a top team after a loss like this.
Ohio was going into this game looking to build some momentum, and I think they did it, Greg. This win really impressed me just in the way the players carried themselves. They looked to me like a team that could really get into a groove and start doing some serious damage to their opponents.
Now it's time to reveal our list of the top 10 mid-major teams in college basketball. You're looking at the future Cinderellas of the NCAA tournament.
Top to bottom, they're certainly not as strong as a list of the top 10 major conference teams, but 1 or 2 of them have just as much talent as any of those teams, especially the team in the top spot.
Creighton is setting themselves apart from the other mid-majors in more ways than one, but what really impresses me is their imposing strength of schedule. They've adopted the anyone, anywhere scheduling philosophy, and it's transformed them into a very dangerous opponent. And now we'll show you who we chose as our Player of the Week. Clark
Turner was a floor general of the highest order this week, and when point guards get on a roll like he did, it's basketball at its absolute finest. He was a ton of fun to watch.
His three-point shooting was off the charts. He hit so many threes, our poor announcers had to come up with different ways to call his shots just to keep things interesting. Vern almost said splashing threes, but I know he didn't want to steal any lines from my partner Clark here. That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the exciting week of college hoops action to come.
All right, so this is the final game on the tab. I'm not going to talk too long about the game. I'm just going to talk about what had happened when I resimulated the game. Well, we ended up winning, but when we resimulated the game, North Carolina was not ranked number 8. They were ranked number 15. So it was kind of like still a good win, but at the same time, you know, not as special as playing against the number 8 team and having a good battle and a struggle against them throughout this game. You know, if you watch the entire video, I will let the actual in-game audio dictate what happens. But as I simulated, I think they had like a couple of the players were hurt. One of my guys on the bench, he was hurt. So, you know, injuries happen. They really don't happen often, you know, especially when you're playing the game. You know, only when you're simulating for whatever reason. But, man, I had a pretty decent game, you know, in this video. When I simulated the game, I looked at my stats, man. My dude scored like 5 points and had like 2 assists. So, definitely not what I was looking forward to, man. I was scoring fucking 20 points a game. I think that's what, like, it was 19.6, so you might as well just round it up to 20. And I fucking stopped simulating. Now my dude's averaging like 11.2. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Tracy Wolfson, who has some info for us.
Just before the game, I caught up with Coach Williams. He told me that he has a lot of faith in the defensive ability of his players, and today he'd like to see them match that effort on the other end of the court. He said that would make them a very tough team to beat, not to mention make him a very happy coach.
Thank you, Tracy. Jackson throws it up. Can't get the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, the big fella with a tough rebound. No denying him on that one.
From long range, it was
15.
nailed by number 15. They got on this roll a while ago and just haven't looked back.
Yo, who got the right side?
Meeks dumps it off.
Kick it out. Kick it. Switch, baby, switch. Close out.
Nice little crossover. Pinson shoots. Nice speed by Bradley. They narrow the gap to 2. Stolen by Bradley. Takes the shot. The three-pointer knocked down by Robinson. They're up 13-12.
Grab it. Drop it down.
Turner for 3. Jackson gets the rebound. 2:55 left in the first half.
When a shot like that comes around, you've got to hit it.
They just dared him to shoot. Goes up. Grabbed inside by number 1.
Number 1 went after that rebound hard. Great work.
Yo, kick it out. Yo, kick it out.
Turner uses the crossover. The steal by North Carolina.
What a nice steal on the kick out. You could see him read it all the way.
That last dunk was slammed down by Jackson on the floor.
The Nicholls State coach saw something out there he didn't like, and he called for a timeout.
Substitution on the court.
On the first half, Bill.
I don't see them slowing down, Vern. I think it's going to go on like this for the rest of the game. Buckle yourself in.
And now it's time to show you our player of the half. Bill?
Number 15 is my pick, Vern. He's finding ways to score every trip down the floor, and he's carrying his team. He's been a force on the offensive end and is putting on a show for everyone here. A phenomenal performance.
Tremendous effort from our player of the half.
Hang on. Back to you, Vern.
on the
Okay,
court.
Tracy. We'll see if he got the message across. Can't convert the three-point play. Skip pass, left wing. Jackson, we're all tied up. He's shooting 50% for the game. Turner. gets it, left wing. Fired short by number 15. And it's still all tied up, 25. Number 1 wipes the board off the window. Under 5 minutes left in the second half.
The defender did a great job keeping with him. Terrific, D.
He's 2 for 3 for the game. Robinson goes up.
Nice work by the big fella to get that rebound.
Turner brings it up court. Rises and dishes. Turner, nice little crossover. Intercepted. Goes up. Snatched by number 15.
Number 15 did a good job to grab that rebound. Perfect position that time.
Turner beats it to the left. Robinson grabs the rock. Out left. Dishes it to the left block.
That wasn't even his man, Vern. That's just a terrific defensive play. I'd love to see that kind of help.
The crossover. Fouled hard, and he'll
That's
take
his
a
first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. He gets the second to fall as well. Meeks inbounds the ball. Takes a 3. The offensive board gathered by Meeks.
Kennedy Meeks
Deflects the pass, but it's recovered by number 15. The Colonels are clinging to a small lead. Number 15. Turner dumps it off. Turner launches one from beyond the arc. It drops. He's got 11. North Carolina calls time. They're behind by 6. 2:45 left in the game. Well, let's get back to the action. Bradley inbounds the ball. Leads him in. Hit it, got fouled, and he'll have a shot at the three-point play.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Tacks on the free throw for the three-point play. 2:36 left in the game. Takes it up. The layup was banked in by number 1.
Timeout on the floor.
North Carolina calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 2:31 left in the game. Dicey pass. Number 1 yanks it down off the glass.
Look at the big fella pull down that board. When he sees the ball go up, he isn't afraid to go after it.
North Carolina calls time. They trail by 7. 2:11 left in the game. Pinson inbounds the ball.
Foul.
Turner gets the reach-in call, and that's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
It takes quick hands to get the theft, and he was too slow that time.
Skips it to the wing. Bradley catches it on the strike. Robinson lets it go. On the mark from 17 feet out. But they're still behind by 5. Goes up. Laid up and in by Thomas. The Tar Heels call time. They're losing by 7. 1:41 left in the game. Bounce pass. High post. Pinson from downtown. Sinks it. He's shooting 66% from deep. 1:26 left in the game. Turner with the crossover. Count it.
Defensive
and
foul.
he'll have a
That's
chance
his
for the
first
three-point
personal
play.
foul.
A
Third team
superior
foul.
effort to fight through the foul and put it down. Strong move, Vern.
Can't get the free throw, but they are still out in front by 6. That last basket was buried by number 1.
He doesn't like to go in there too often, but it paid off for him that time.
Has it. Right wing. Meeks goes up. Laid in with the D draped all over it. And they're now behind by 6. 56 seconds left in the game. Intercepted by Meeks.
He needed a little pepper on it. You've got to make nice, crisp passes.
Last basket on the mark by Jackson. Bradley ball game. Stolen away.
Defensive
Robinson
foul. That's
commits
his
the
third
foul.
personal
Double
foul.
bonus in effect. And they'll get 2 shots at the line.
the penalty.
They'll
2
take that
shots.
foul gladly, Bill. The alternative was 2 sure points.
Smart play. Can't just sit back and let him give you the blow-by.
He gets them both. Bradley inbounds the ball. Fires the 3. Grabbed by Meeks. Raises up. Nails the jump shots. They're bringing the double team. That's the game. The Colonels knock off North Carolina 49-41. And now it's time to show you our player of the game. Now let's go back to Greg Gumbel with today's version of the Pontiac game-changing performance.
Thanks, Vern. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with today's version of the Pontiac game-changing performance. It's no secret that getting momentum on your side is one of the keys to winning basketball games. The Nichols State Colonel took off on a huge scoring run that all began on this play right here. This sparked the run that simply broke the back of the opposition.
Okay, thanks, Greg. This is Vern Lundquist for Tracy Wolfson and Bill Raftery. Glad you were here with us for College Hoops 2K8.